What's going on? Welcome back to Hurricane Road, where you are forever in the eye of the storm. And we got some good stuff. League has finally started its next season, and we're actually finally going to get our next newest champ on this next patch. And of course, if you've watched Arcane and you have a brain, you know that Mel was going to be one of the next characters. And I only say that to be funny, but I personally didn't know who was going to be the next character until, I'm looking at everyone else speculating and, using their brains to figure it out. But it's cool nonetheless. And there's two videos we're going to look at. We're going to look at just the abilities, reveal tooltips, and then the champion spotlight, which is weird that the champion spotlight is out before the champions even out. That doesn't matter, I guess. So let's just get on into the videos and just see what's going on with the newest League of Legends character. Or champion. Champion, Jesus. Alright. And of course she is ranged. What I personally don't know right now is if she is support or mid lane. But I think she's gunning to be a support character, but I think she's gonna leak into the mid lane anyway because it just happens like that sometimes. And from what I've seen like a little bit just of of what she does, but I just assume. And maybe I'm just assuming. It'd be cool if she could stay down in the support lane, but it'd be cool if she went in the mid lane, I guess too. I don't really know. League's all over the place with whatever the hell's going on. So, Searing Brilliance is her passive. Mel's attacks and abilities apply stacks of Overwhelm each time they deal damage. Storing damage per stack. When applied, if the stored amount exceeds the enemy's combined shields and health, they are executed. That's kind of crazy to think about. When an ability is cast, Mel's next attack fires 3 extra projectiles. Interesting. Okay. This can stack up to 9 extra projectiles. Holy shit, she's just going to be throwing a bunch of shit at you. So let's... Whoa. Whoa. Wait a minute. Maybe she's not a support. Like, someone else is probably doing the math on the damage ratios. I don't go that deep to try to figure out if she's gonna be that, but it just seems like that would be pretty badass if she was a mid lane champion. Overwhelm deals 40% reduced damage with the first stack when used against minions. Okay. And then we got Radiant Volley. Mel unleashes a barrage of 6 projectiles that explode in an area around a target location. Okay, so you could move out of that location. So wait, let me go back to her passive here and read this. Her next attack fires 3 extra. So then Radiant Volley could have 6. No, it could have 9. Stacks up to 9. Whoa. But it's at a target location though. Mel forms a barrier that protects... Okay, her W. Rebuttal. Forgot to say that. And I actually think that's a really cool name. When I was watching the dev update, they talked about the W. And I was like, damn, cries in ADC main. But it is a really cool ability though. But Mel forms a barrier around herself that reflects projectiles from enemy champions, prevents her from taking damage, and gives her 30% decayed movement speed. So she gets movement speed as well. Then reflected projectiles deal 40% original damage as magic damage. So yes, structure damage is not prevented. Reflected projectiles damage is calculated using the original caster's attributes before damage adjustments and magic penetration. Does not apply item effects from the original caster. Oh, it doesn't apply item effects. Okay. So no sheen or anything like that if or on hit, no on hit. Wow, look at that. There it goes. Now, I hope the Katarina ults. Can Katarina ult? I want to see. Dang. It really be your own sometimes, Katarina. It really be your own sometimes. Nox on Nox's Crime. Okay, so Seraphine ult works. So it's a projectile. So they said it's the same as Braum ult and or not Braum ult, Braum shield and Yasuo wind wall. Meaning that it's projectile. So stuff like lasers don't work. So Senna ults and Lux ults, and I'm pretty sure Jin W too. Okay, whoa. Solar Snare. Mel fires a radiating orb, rooting enemies at its center for 1.75. Oh, almost 2 seconds? Holy shit. The orb builds up a hostile area around it that slows enemies. Okay. Wow. Okay. And then her ultimate is Golden Eclipse. With a passive, oh, okay, so it has the passive Overwhelm that we talked about earlier. Active, Mel unleashes her power on all enemies affected by Overwhelm. Okay. Okay, and then she ults. So I think she's just a mid lane champ. I don't think she is a support. She doesn't seem like a support. Beautiful stuff.
She's beauty and she's grace. She's
oh. She doesn't get up, she just sits there. That's crazy. Now, what we're actually looking for is the spammables, but Skin Spotlights does not spam unless like it's very blatant. That auto attack is crazy looking. It's kind of slow. But of course we're going to experiment with like attack speed. Like since she's magic damage, we're definitely going to experiment with Nashor's Tooth and stuff like that. But you know me, I'm going to do that in-game. If you don't know me, I'm going to do that in-game. I do not care. I do not care. I'm still trying to win at the end of the day. So just leave me alone. Okay, so now let's look at the champion spotlight, which, again, is out before the champion is even out. Or maybe it is this patch. I don't know. I haven't played League yet at all. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Proving yourself in Noxus is no easy feat, and Mel will use every tool she can to do it, including her enemies' powers. In-game, Mel aims to catch out enemies, poke them down, and deal huge bursts of damage at exactly the right time. Mage players and
dang, threw the Nami ult right back at you.
Welcome to the Mel Champion Spotlight.
The Soul's Reflection is what she's called. I think she looks amazing. Sounds pretty cool too.
Before anything else, let's
and once again, back into the abilities.
Rebuttal. Rebuttal gives her a small burst of move speed. It also grants a barrier that negates damage from anything except...
Okay, I'm sorry for pausing. I just wanted to go through the abilities myself and like read so I have a small understanding without having someone like explaining to me, just like figure out some things on my own. I know you guys can watch the Champion Spotlight, but not everybody likes to watch that stuff. So if you appreciate me doing that for these, I thank you.
At the towers, and reflects enemy projectiles back at their casters. Auto attacks, waves, missiles, anything that would be blocked by Yasuo's wind wall gets reflected by Rebuttal.
There we go, Yasuo's wind wall.
Projectiles are converted into magic damage, function as they normally would otherwise. Like this.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
As they normally would otherwise.
Whoa. So she reflects Briar ult, hits Briar. She smashes into Briar. I don't know where that damage is coming from. I don't know if that's Briar damage or her damage, but that's crazy.
Normally would otherwise.
Or maybe it's a little bit of Camille too.
Would
I don't know, but that was crazy looking.
And that, and this one, and that one. You get it.
Okay. So I think you're gonna have to flash it. If she reflects something big like that back, you may have to flash. So like flash ulting against Mel, you better hope that she doesn't have a quick trigger finger, because honestly, I don't think you could just like sidestep it.
Now for Mel's passive, Searing Brilliance. Damaging an enemy with an attack or ability applies a stack of Overwhelm. You can stack Overwhelm infinitely, charging up potential damage.
Infinitely?
When this
Oh.
damage amount exceeds a target's current health and shields, Overwhelm detonates to execute them.
Nothing I could.
Oh, okay, I see. And this is why I look at it myself, and then I, of course, will watch either Freak, this Champion Spotlight, or something else, just so I get more of an understanding. Because obviously other people who've played the game more and has better knowledge.
Attack to fire 3 additional missiles after casting an ability.
Huh.
She can cast up to 3 abilities in a row to gain a max of 9 extra missiles on her next attack.
Oh, I see. So it's just for the auto attack, right? Is it just for the auto attack?
In a target area. Each one deals a small amount of damage and stacks.
Oh, she's just a mid laner. Okay.
Her E is Solar Snare. Mel sends out an orb of unstable energy that files wildly as it travels. Enemies hit by the energy take damage over time and are slowed for the duration. Those who touch the orb itself are rooted. Lastly, Mel's ult is Golden Eclipse.
Oh, whoa, did I hear something about a root? I didn't read that. I didn't read that.
And are slowed for the duration. Those who touch the orb itself are rooted.
Oh.
Lastly, Mel's ult is Golden Eclipse.
No, I did read that for
Passively
1.75
increases
seconds.
damage
You did
from
read that.
Overwhelm stacks. On cast, she unleashes her power on every target marked with Overwhelm, dealing tons of damage based on how many stacks they have.
Wow.
Golden Eclipse does not consume these stacks. So many stacks they have. Golden Eclipse does not consume these stacks. So targets are still vulnerable to her passive if she brings them low enough.
Whoa.
Feel my light.
While this ability can hit monsters, it's only castable if an enemy champion is affected by Overwhelm.
Whoa.
So plan your Baron steals accordingly.
Whoa, wait a minute. Man, 200 years of gaming experience has really worked wonders on League, man. I tell you. So it stacks infinitely. And you could potentially steal objectives with it. With their passive. Because execute. That's crazy. I don't think we're going to see any Mel jungle because I'm pretty sure her clear is probably abysmal. Just based on her abilities.
Mel's damage potential makes her a serious threat in extended fights. But if an opponent can burst her quickly or disengage to wait out the stacks from Searing Brilliance, they'll extinguish a lot of her power. And even though her passive is an execute, it respects magic resist. So bulk up if you don't want to get overwhelmed. The reflect on her W is pretty powerful, but only if an ability is worth reflecting. For example, champions with sticky engage tools like Amumu and Nautilus won't mind rebuttal one bit.
Facts.
Sticky engage
Hell yeah.
only if an ability is worth reflecting.
Hell yeah.
For example,
Hell yeah. Oh my god, I can already see myself or excuse me. I can already see myself or someone on the enemy team or on my team using this ability on something like that and killing themselves. I already know it's gonna be hilarious and frustrating at the same time.
sticky engage tools like Amumu and Nautilus won't mind rebuttal one bit.
Good job. Good job.
As a backline mage, Mel will really shine for players who like to poke from safety. So give her a try if you play Xerath, Lux, Hwei, or any.
Oh, okay, so Xerath. Okay.
So give her a try if you play Xerath, Lux, Hwei, or any other artillery champions.
No way. Okay, no, I'm thinking
Let's
of something
skip
else.
the rest of the pleasantries, shall we? Get ready to rise with Mel, the soul's reflection.
The arcane is at my fingertips.
Oh my god. Oh my god. She said Arcane, bro. Arcane is canon. Arcane is canon. It's weird that it is. Jason Victor are dead. But again, I think it's good because like these champions should have stories that are finished because they're legends for a reason. So like they have to have an ending. And then some champions are kind of just left over. I've never been one to really go that deep, even though I do my due diligence. Jesus. And I definitely do look into things, at least for the characters that I like, and find out information that I didn't know or did know. I just do it at a certain pace. Is there anything else after this? No, just season 1. So that's Mel abilities, and now that I think about it, it makes sense that Mel isn't a support character because she is riding off the coattails of Arcane. So obviously, people who are getting into League's lore just for the lore, or they're playing League of Legends because of Arcane, which I don't know how many of that in America that is, but either way, America's not the only place, let me say that, but it makes sense that she is actually a mid laner, because people who do pick her up because of Arcane and play her and get into League, they won't have, I would say, a bad experience, other than just, you know, dealing with League players. When I say a bad experience, in terms of like playing support, I feel like if you're new to the game and you're playing support, you may have a bad experience, because like, one, support is kind of a role that has been like negated by a lot of the community because of, you know, trying to be the main character and all that jazz. I find support characters pretty fun. At least because I have played support. I play support when it's needed, or if I'm forced to, because back in the early days League, sometimes you were just forced to, just because you didn't say the role you wanted first. You were too slow, or you ported into the queue too slow because of your internet and your ping, like whatever it may be. It's kind of a dog eats dog world back then in Champ Select. Now you actually get to pick what you want. So it's gonna be so support just wasn't that role that people really wanted to get behind. So certain people were just forced into it. And if I ever had to play it, I just went and played it. I found something that I found enjoyable and play it. One of my favorite supports is Nami, but this is about Mel. So it's great that Mel isn't a support character. So all the new people and the older people who still don't like support, you know, well, that point doesn't matter. Well, either way, it's cool that she's mid lane champion. But the 200 years is definitely showing yet again. And when she actually comes out, and maybe like a week or two from now, we'll start seeing some of that. We'll start seeing some of what she can do, and if she will be banned, nerfed, or buffed, or just be internally fucked and can't be tweaked. We'll see. But thanks for watching this with me. Thanks for going through this again. I will say, if you are new to League, Arcane fan, and you find yourself here, I really appreciate you watching the video, whether it be from start to finish, views of you, and I appreciate all that. And I hope that you check out League, the game, or the universe, or some of the other stuff that Riot has to offer. I do like this universe. It's one of the things that I've grown up with, and it's something that I started with. I want to say I started with League at a certain age, just like certain people started with Pokemon, or certain people started with I will say Dragon Ball Z, for just to get other stuff out there. It's something that I have, that I feel like it's my own thing. I would say, it wasn't really just something that was there, and there was other people who were there and got me into it, even though I still had to find out about it. But for those of you who find yourself, just coming into the experience for the first time, I'm glad that I was the one. But obviously, go check out other people too. Go check out people back in the day. It was much more creative back in the day. I'm not saying I'm more creative than anyone else, but it was definitely, they had a lot of cooler stuff back in the day that kind of just disappeared as League gone on. And I would say I am part of the problem. I play ranked all the time, but I have fun and I do other stuff that's League related, and I look at other League things and have wished for other League things, just like 2x KO that's coming out. So once again, appreciate anybody new, appreciate people who are already in the scene as well and just needed someone to watch and someone to jive with. And remember to keep riding the storm. Deuces.